They brought Leon back, and they did the one thing I didn't expect Capcom to do. They didn't bring back poster boy Leon. They brought back older, grislier Leon. I've seen enough bioweapons to qualify for a retirement package Leon. And I'm telling you right now, this version of Leon is the most interesting Leon we've had in years. Because he's not here to be cool. He's here to be tired. And in a horror series, that's dangerous in the best way. Resident Evil Requiem is doing the two protagonists thing. Grace Ashcroft for the survival horror side, and Leon S. Kennedy for the action-heavy side. Capcom's basically admitted the split is intentional because Leon is a bad match for pure carrying horror. So his chapters go for adrenaline action, while Grace is the scarier experience. So if you're one of those people who goes, I miss scary Resident Evil, Capcom is like, cool, here's Grace. And if you're one of those people who goes, guys, I miss roundhouse kicking nightmares in the jaw, Capcom is like, cool, here's Leon. Here's what's different this time. Capcom didn't bring back Leon to be a nostalgic cameo. They're positioning him as a core part of the game structure. His sections are almost equally split with Grace. And Game Informer straight up describes him as older and more grislier than we've ever seen him. That matters because Leon isn't just the cool guy. He's the walking timeline of Resident Evil. Here's what happens when you survive the worst night of your life and then the world keeps making it your problem. Older Leon isn't here to learn. Older Leon is here because he already learned and he didn't like the lesson. Capcom literally compared the pacing to jumping into a cold bath after sitting in a hot sauna. So the translation, Grace chapter, you're sweating, scared, listening to every creak. Leon chapter equals you breathe again, you feel powerful, and you start talking trash. And then the game throws you back into Grace's horror, and now you're even more stressed because you remember what safety feels like. That's not just good design, that's retention design. Because your brain goes, okay, I'll stop after this chapter. And then Leon shows up, the pace spikes, you get a dopamine hit, and suddenly you're like, okay, one more won't hurt. That's how Resident Evil steals your sleep. It doesn't scare you into quitting, it rewards you into staying. Requiem is explicitly taking players back to Raccoon City. Game Informer calls it one of the iconic places where all the trouble began. And another key detail Capcom is pushing on the official site, Grace and Leon's paths converge as they uncover truth behind the Raccoon City incident. Now think about that. Back to Raccoon City is cool on paper, but it's devastating with a Leon who looks like he's carried that knife for decades. Because younger Leon is the holy crap, what is happening guy? Older Leon is the I know exactly what's happening and that's worse guy. And if Capcom nails the writing, Requiem could do something Resident Evil rarely does anymore. Make Leon feel like a person, not a mascot. The second he showed up, people instantly started calling him Hot Uncle Leon. I might butcher this, even Hideaki Kamiya, director on RE2, jumped in with a "Hope Leon lives a happy life in old age" type comment, which is funny, but it also reveals the real emotion here. People aren't just hyped because Leon is back, they're hyped because this is a character we've watched age. And gaming almost never lets heroes age in a way that feels real. Here's the danger. Leon is so iconic that he can accidentally flatten the fear. Because if Leon is on screen, your brain thinks, we're fine, Leo's here. Capcom knows this, which is why they've basically said his chapters don't do the quiet cowering thing. He's a design for intense action. So the challenge becomes, can Capcom make Leon feel like he's still in danger without turning the whole game into RE6 chaos? And no, giving him a Porsche Turbo GT doesn't automatically make it scarier, but it does make it funny if he hits a zombie with a luxury SUV. If Requiem works, it's because older Leon can do something younger Leon can't. He can carry nostalgia without feeling like fan service. He can carry action without feeling like the game betrayed horror. And he can carry weight because Raccoon City isn't just a setting to him, it's a scar. And since Capcom is framing the game as a dual experience, Leon handling business with action, Grace enduring survival horror, older Leon becomes the perfect contrast. So I want you to comment this right now. Do you want Leon to be a full power fantasy, or do you want him to feel like an older vet who's still capable? But this case is pushing him to the edge. Older Leon is interesting because he's not just back, he's back with history. And Requiem is literally dragging him toward the franchise's birthplace. If Capcom nails this, Requiem won't just be Resident Evil 9. It'll be the game that proves you can keep a legacy character and still make him feel human. If you want, one of my next videos will be Requiem's 2-game structure, genius or disaster. Because Capcom is gambling hard on that hot sauna, cold bath pacing. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.